I'm in the mountains at this amazing 4-star hotel, having a great time. Really great room, lots of space, and very comfortable. So all is going well. I think that's all we really need in our lives, is just to feel comfortable. So once you have that, everything gets better. And I hope those of you who are watching this do find the comfort that you are looking for following your relationship with the narcissist, because that's what we really need. We all just want to feel comfortable. We want to feel safe and secure. And that is also something that narcissists want. But that is not the thing that they will never have. Of course, there are times, even if it's just a short period of time, a brief moment. But yeah, there are times where they do have some level of comfort, safety, and security. You are that to them. But one thing they really want more than anything, and you could say that it's the reason of how they became a narcissist. I've said it before. Anyone who harms another person, they do it because of a lack of love. They don't have love in their hearts. If they did, then they wouldn't harm anyone. And that is why many of us are so empathic. We care about other people. We cared about the narcissist because we have that love in our hearts to give, to share with them. But narcissists cannot receive love. They want it, they desire it, but they cannot receive it. They try to emulate it, especially in the beginning. They love bomb us. They give us an illusion of love, but it's not real. They just tell us whatever they think we want to hear. They just reflect back to us our own love. It's not coming from within them. And when they discard us, they create an illusion of love with someone else. But even if that person has love to give, they can't receive it, even if they want it. And they have no love to give to anyone anyway. It's just what they've learned from you, what they've learned of how love is supposed to be. But if they could receive love, then maybe they wouldn't even be a narcissist anymore. In fact, there is no way that they would be. That would be impossible. If a narcissist could receive love, they would not be a narcissist. The whole thing of it is that they can't receive love. So they have no love to give because they can't generate it from within. And I know many of you also desire love from someone else. That was what you wanted. That was what you never received. Even in childhood, you never got that love from your narcissistic parent. And that led you on to become an adult. And then you ended up with a narcissist. Because you were used to that dynamic of someone withholding their love from you. Or of someone who has no love to give. Someone who can't receive your love. And many times you were with them and your heart was screaming for them to love you. For them to give you the love that you deserve. And you just couldn't understand it. Why? Why can't you love me? Why won't you love me? Well, the truth is, they can't love you and they won't love you because they don't have any love to give to you. And that's something you have to accept. It's not anything to do with you. It's not because you're unlovable. You are not unlovable. You never were. You were just surrounded by people who couldn't love you. That's all that was. But you can love. And you can give your love to yourself. Love yourself. You know, where they do these things, think about this for a moment. You know why when they discard you, at the end they go off with someone else, they create this illusion of love. Why? It's projection. Look at everything they do. They're trying to make you envious and jealous. Why? Because they're envious and jealous of you, of your love that you can generate from within, because you can love yourself. Because they are very envious and jealous. Why? Because they can't love themselves, and not only that, but they cannot receive love from anyone. That's why they hate you. That's why they're so envious. Yeah, it may be because of certain qualities and abilities that you possess. That's also a part of it. But the main thing that you have, that they will never have, and that they want and really desire and crave, it's love. And I'm not just talking about the love that two people might share. This is love, as in the love that you generate from within and the love that you have for yourself, because that is more powerful than anything else. There's nothing greater than someone who has love for themselves and they take care of themselves because they know that they deserve it. They know that they are lovable. They know that they should be loved, which are all things that narcissists don't really believe about themselves. They don't believe that they should be loved. And they don't even have any love to give to themselves. So of course you're going to become a target. Of course you are. Because they see your light. They see you shining. Why? Because you're giving that love to yourself. That's self-care. And I know many of you may be watching this and you may be thinking, I don't really love myself after everything they said about me and did to me. They crushed my self-worth and self-esteem. Well, that's just it, isn't it? You had something to break. You had something to break. And they saw that, they destroyed it. And now it's your job to build that back up again. This really is it. This is what it all comes down to. And you may not hear this in another video, but it is the truth. Everything they do, it comes from a lack of love that they have for themselves, and also because they cannot receive love from anyone. And maybe they can't receive love because they were never taught how to do that when they were children. But you had that. Someone showed love to you when you were young. Maybe it wasn't a parent. Maybe it was a friend, a teacher, whoever it was. You should be very grateful. You should be thankful. But then it is also the thing that made you the target of a narcissist, because they saw your light. They saw that love that they always wanted, that they always craved, and they wanted to destroy it. Because if they can't have it, they don't want anyone to have it. But they can never truly destroy it. That's always going to be there no matter what they do to you. No matter how bad they try to destroy you, you're still going to have that in your heart. And that is why, no matter what they do to you, you will never become a narcissist. That is never going to happen. Because deep down inside, you still have that love, that heart. You still have that inside of you. And nobody can take that away from you. Sometimes you may wish that it would just go away and you could just stop caring. Because it looks so much easier when you see these narcissists. They're just going about their lives, doing whatever they want without a care in the world. And they seem to be all right. No, they're miserable every day. They are. That's why they do what they do. Because they need love, but they haven't got love and they can't receive it. They can't generate it from within. That's why they do what they do. And that's why you stop. When they make you mad and you feel like you want to lash out of them, you feel like you want to get revenge, but you don't. That's why. That's why you care about people, animals, the world, the environment. That's why. So don't wish it away. Cherish it. Every day, focus on your heart. Take yourself out of your mind, out of your head. Just put your hand in your heart and feel it. Feel the energy in your heart each and every day. And share that love. Share it with everyone around you, as long as they're not a narcissist. Because remember, they will take advantage of it. They will use your love against you because they see it as a weakness. They see it as something for them to exploit. But I know many of you who are watching this, you have so much love to give. And you may be wondering, When will I get to give my love to someone who will really appreciate it? And I think you will find that in time. You all will. It all starts with that belief. You have to believe that there is someone out there who will appreciate and reciprocate your love. When you believe it, it's going to be a lot easier for you to perceive it. A lot of us, we know that we deserve love. That's often how we ended up with these narcissists who reflect back to us this illusion of love. That's what made us so addicted to them. It's because we thought they loved us for who we are. But there are people out there who will love you like that for real. There are. And you will find that in time. It all starts by remembering that love you have for yourself. Find that love within yourself. You're not going to find it anywhere else. But this is why, when they pretend to move on, and it looks like they're with someone else, they're still stalking and harassing you. They won't leave you alone. And even the new supply, they're on your case as well. Why? Because it's all fake. That's why. Because the love that they're meant to have is not even real. And you're sitting at home on your own, feeling lonely, feeling like no one loves you. It's not true. You do. You love yourself. That's why they're harassing you. Because you love yourself. And I'm not saying that you think you're perfect. I know that's not what you think. We know that we have flaws. We do know that. But we accept ourselves. We accept our flaws. It's okay. We know we have them, but it doesn't matter. We just try and be the best that we can be. And we want to give the best of ourselves to someone. But you know what? That makes them mad. That makes them really mad. When you try to give the best of yourself to them. Why? Because they can't receive that. They can't receive the best of you. They can't receive your love. But you can. And you can receive real love from someone else. Something that they will never have. Something that they will never be able to do. And you will know that there's no greater feeling than that love that is generated from within. There's nothing greater than that. There is no happiness without love. The two go hand in hand. If you feel happy, it's because you love something. Even if it's just a moment. You feel at peace with yourself. And that's a beautiful thing. It's something that you need to remember. So yeah, I know it hurts when the narcissist discards you and they appear to find true love somewhere else. But you have to remember that they are just creating an illusion. And they're tricking you into thinking that you're missing out on something, as though you don't have love. But you do, you always have. You've always got your love. And they just live in a fantasy where if they can trick you into thinking that they have it, then they feel like they've got it for a moment. But they've never really got it. They will never really have it. Let's go out here for a moment. On the balcony, you can see the mountains on the back there. Houses all the way up to the top. Down here we got the pool. I'm really looking forward to traveling around here. Just drove over 3 hours today. But yeah, think about what I've said. Think about the reason why you're hurt. It's funny when you think about it. If you look at it, you really examine it deeply, you will see that you're not hurt. At least if you are an empath, you're not hurt because they didn't give you something. It's not even so much that they didn't reciprocate your love, as much as it is that they wouldn't let you give your love to them. And I know that from my own experience, that is what hurts more than anything. Is that I have so much love to give in my heart, to share with someone, and they wouldn't let me give that to them. Because that's all I wanted to do. That's all I've ever wanted to do in my life. And the sick thing is, they know that, and they don't care. They actually think that's funny, and they will take the opportunity to be cruel to you. And the reason why they will do that is because they know they can't receive it anyway. It's like they're laughing at you behind your back. Because here you are, you're trying so hard to give your love to them, and they're just playing a game with you. They're just stringing you along because they know they can't receive it anyway. They know they're not meant to be loved. But all you wanted to do is just to give your love to someone because you have love. You wanted to share it with someone. And all they wanted to do is take your love, at least in the form of attention, admiration, compliments and praise, or even money and possessions, because they can't receive actual, real love. And they can't give it to you. But this is what you learned a long time ago, is that you're meant to give your love to someone, your care and support. The problem is you were always giving it to someone who couldn't receive it, and someone who couldn't reciprocate it. And the narcissist learned a long time ago that they're unlovable. So they grew up to have no love for themselves, no love to give to anyone. But they learned that love can be a weakness for some people. And that they can take advantage of it and use it for their own benefit. So that's what they do. I'd really like to know what people think about this, because I've been thinking about this topic for the last few days, and it's really made me think, as you can probably tell from watching this. I think it's very true. I think what I've said in this video is really all you need to know about narcissists. Because everything they do, it comes from a lack of love. That's all it really is. But you have to remember that they cannot receive love. So it doesn't mean that they have a lack of love and you can just love them better. If only that were true. But it will never work that way. They're never going to feel it or receive it. No matter how much you wish that they could. You're never going to have that moment after everything you did for them, where they look in your eyes and they tell you that they love you, and they put their arms around you, and you really feel it. You feel that you're loved, they love you, they care about you. They would do anything for you. You're never going to get that. That's never going to happen with a narcissist. No matter how much you may want that, after everything you've done for them, all of those years you spent with them, they're never going to look at you that way. They're never going to look at anyone. ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... ... So stop giving them your love. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change anything. All that does is when you're pouring your heart out to them, you're just giving your love away to someone who can't even receive it. So it's of no use. It just goes to waste. Instead, what you should do is keep that love for yourself. Then you will feel whole and complete, instead of feeling empty. I know for many of you, there's nothing worse than giving your love away to someone who won't accept it or receive it. There's nothing worse than that. But you can receive it. So give it to yourself. I know it's hard, but sometimes that's just what you have to do. Give yourself a hug and praise yourself when you achieve something. Remind yourself of the things that you value about yourself. Practice self-care. Do things that make you feel good about yourself. Because you should know by now that giving your love to a narcissist does not feel good. It just makes you feel worse. So love yourself today. Give yourself the love that you need. And I know it's hard. I know it's like there's nothing worse than having to accept this, of how you really cannot love them. I mean, you can, but they're not going to receive it. They're never going to change. They're never going to be the person that you want them to be. And sometimes I think maybe that's selfish of us, to want them to be something other than what they are, even if that is what they led us to believe. It's a lot easier when you just accept them. Just remind yourself, there's no use in loving them. They can't receive my love. When you put your arms around them, when you kiss them, when you tell them how much you love them, they don't care. That doesn't do anything for them. At best, it just tells them that they're special or important. It just helps them to feel this illusion for themselves. It has nothing to do with you. When you love them, when you care about them, you're not even in the equation. It's still just all about them. You're just reflecting something back to them of how they want to be. It's not a shared experience. It never is. And it never will be. Doesn't matter how much you wish that it was. But yeah, that's what you've got, love. Well, that's something they will never have. And I know this love may seem like it hurts you, but at least you can feel something. They can't feel that. They'll never know what it's like to be heartbroken, to feel like someone has ripped out your heart and stomped on it. They'll never know what that's like, because they only feel for themselves. But one day, you're going to be grateful for that. Because just as you can feel the negative aspects of love, you can also feel the positive side of it as well. And that's why I love to be around animals and nature. It really is an incredible feeling. Just earlier today, I went to a temple in the mountains, and I just saw a few fish in the pond, and it was an amazing experience for me. So I'm grateful that I have a heart, even though sometimes it may bring me pain. And then later today, I saw a stray dog outside the shop. So I went in the shop and I bought a pack of dog treats, gave them to him, and yeah, it just felt good to see him enjoying it. I will have the videos of this as well on my Instagram soon, which is Narc Survivor YouTube on Instagram. So follow me on there and you will see that soon. But yeah, I just want to share these experiences that I had today, because I want it to be a reminder to you of how you can give your love to the people, animals, and things around you. And you can do that anytime you like. You don't have to wait on the narcissist. And another thing is meditation. That really helps you to feel the love that you have for yourself and the world around you, and to connect to your higher self. I mean, none of us are really separate. We're all one entity. We're all connected. But I don't know where that leaves the narcissist, though. Because as we know, they don't generate love. They can't receive it, so do they even have a soul? That's one question that even I can't answer. I don't know. I've seen some reports that say that they do, that everyone has a soul. And then I saw another concept about the backdrop people, where most people in the world don't have a soul, and only a small number of people do. But that's just a theory. There's no evidence to support that. But to be honest, that would make a lot of sense to me. Because we see narcissists every day, people who appear to have no soul, they don't care about anything. And I just wonder, how is that even possible? If you're human, if you're alive. Sensei Sale says everyone has a soul. They are just too much in their ego. Maybe that's what it is. But I can't relate to that. I mean, I can understand sometimes I may be in my ego, but not for long periods of time. And if someone confronts me on it, straight away I reflect. But with a narcissist, you can confront them all day, but you'll never feel that connection of them with their soul. You'll never get that. And how can we live a life without ever connecting to our souls if we have one? I guess I am convinced that narcissists do not have souls. That's just my personal opinion from what I've seen, because to me there's just no other explanation for it. The way I look at it is, if you have a soul, then where is it? Why can't I see it? Why can't I feel it as I can with other people? It just doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, I think the quickest way to identify if someone really has a soul is to just confront them on their behavior. Because of course, good people do bad things sometimes. Good people can be narcissistic. They can. But if you confront them, instantly they are going to feel shame. They're going to feel bad. But with a narcissist, what do? They get angry. It's almost like if they do have a soul, they can't reach it. Like it could be there, but they can't connect to it. I can't imagine what that would be like if you do have a soul, but you can't connect to it, and you do all of these things throughout your life. And then at the end of it, you can reflect, and you have to look back at a lifetime of horrible things that you've done to people. And would you even be responsible for those things if you couldn't even connect to your soul? If you didn't even have the ability to do that, would that even be your fault? But we are here to have experiences. I know that. That's why we come here to this world, to experience life. This isn't meant to be heaven. We're supposed to experience bad things too. And those bad things are meant to make us learn more about ourselves. But one thing I do know is that no matter how much you want it, the narcissist is never going to love you the way that you love them. That will never happen. They're never going to be able to receive your love. They're never going to be able to reciprocate it because they don't have any love to give. And that is really it, just to summarize this video. If you just tuned in now, that pretty much summarizes the entire 48 minutes. But I'd like to thank you all. If you stayed on this long with me, this really deep conversation tonight. You can probably tell that I think about these things a lot, not just when I'm making videos, because I'm really curious about these topics. I'm really curious about love and happiness, and why some people have it and other people don't. And I'd just like to share my thoughts with you. And I hope you will share your thoughts with me down below in the comment section. I read your comments every morning, and I'm really looking forward to see what people say about this one, whether or not you agree with it or what you believe. Please let me know down below. And as always, if this video was helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It helps to support our community. I am available for coaching sessions. You can book one from my website. It's narcsurvivor.co.uk. And check out my Instagram as well. It's Narc Survivor YouTube and Instagram. New pictures and videos every day on there. And you can send me a DM too. I will respond. All right, 50 minutes. That's it for today. I'm going to have a shower and go to sleep. Thank you all for joining me, and you all have a great day.